of the things we were talking about when we met Robert earlier, and we kind of started going off on a tiff, was the fact that everybody knows. I mean, the U.S. economy is in some trouble right now with Europe. And one of the questions that I want to ask, and I'm sure the listeners would like to hear, is, you know, if the European economy does collapse, which you're just saying it's a matter of time, the U.S. economy, is real estate still a safe haven? Is it still something that people should be investing in?
Yeah, it's a valid question, because I'm not investing in real estate. I'm investing in housing. Okay, there's certain things the economy must have. It must have oil. You must have food. You must have water. You know, you must have transportation. You must have a roof over your head. You don't need an iPad. You don't need an iPhone. But you better have a roof over your head. And so this may sound cruel, but if you ever try to evict somebody, man, they fight like dogs. You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
They don't want to lose that roof over their head.
Yeah.
So when you look at a person's personal financial statement, you know, there's income, expense, asset, liability. First line expense for most people is taxes. If you don't pay that, they throw you in the streets anyway. The second line on that is housing. So it could be a rented, it could be a mortgage. So housing is an important, essential part of survival today.
What I'm going to go into are the pros and cons of these three assets. As I said, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, to be an entrepreneur, to build a business, takes massive, probably more emotional skills and people skills. So if you're very good with people, know how to sell, know how to raise capital, know how to go to the market, talk to your employees, business is the one for you. But again, for me, it took 5, 10, 20 years of training to become a business owner. Second is real estate. Real estate has many advantages. The number one advantage of all is that of all the investment categories, it's the easiest one for the banker to give you money. You know, it's tough to get a loan for business sometimes, and I've never met a banker yet who would give me a 30-year, 5% loan for a mutual fund. But in real estate, it has advantages. I use my banker's money. They're easy to finance, and the great thing about real estate, it's dumb. It doesn't move. So if you really know what you're doing with real estate, in my opinion, is the best one for the masses of people. The reason paper is such an attractive asset, again, is because it's so easy to get into. To make it very, you can put $50, you can buy one. It takes very little intelligence, very little maintenance. The problem with paper assets, you know, again, is volatility. Markets go up, markets go down, and markets go sideways. And the problem with paper assets, for most people, they have no protection from the downside protection. Paper assets generally do well when the market goes up. They lose everything coming down. So reviewing again, the reason I like real estate is, number one is my banker will give me money for it, and number two, the tax laws are most favorable for real estate owners and business owners. So those are some of the basic differences between the three different types of assets.